Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner here at the basement gym with Kate.
What's going on, guys?
Okay, ladies, y'all need backs. Not just the booty. We'll get the booty. We'll get a little bit of booty today. You need backs. Like, why do chicks need good backs?
Well, we need nice backs. If you're not gifted with team no waist like me and you're kind of built like a boxing frame, the only way to give you that nice taper is to build your back. Back strengthening is also really important for just quality of life, being able to perform certain exercises and have that strength and support stability comes from incorporating back exercises as well.
Yeah, so there's certain parts of back we want to work on. Obviously mid-back, rhomboids, things like that. Your traps or trapezius is a back muscle, so you need to focus on those. As well as lower back, which ties in your entire posterior chain, which goes from here all the way up. And posterior chain is most important not only for athletic events, but also just for overall, as Kate said, general health, wellness, and quality of life.
Yeah.
So this is not only a day to make you look better, it's also a day to make you feel better and live a longer, healthier, more productive life. So we picked our top 5 movements for back. These aren't by any means the only 5 movements, but I would say each workout, I want to see at least 2 to 3 of these added in there. So with that said, the first thing we're going to do is just warm up now. A lot of moves we do are going to require a lot of isometric action where your lower back is contracting. By doing a nice movement to warm up, active movement, like this, which is a hyperextension, come down nice and slow, come up, contract. Squeeze your glutes to the top, should be nice and hard, you go up. Boom. So basically I like to warm up with about, you don't want to exhaust with these, right? So what you see people do bands and weights, this is simply a warm up, right? So I like to see about 3 sets of 8. Just get in there, get loosened up, make it so you're ready, and you're not going to injure yourself if you start going heavier on the other movements.
Alright guys, so the first exercise that we're going to get into after our warm-up is going to be cable pullovers. I see people perform these all the time, but they're not focused on engaging the lats. They try to pull the weight and they're using more of their bicep and back shoulder or rear delt. So when we're approaching this, I like to use the cable. From the elbow down, your arms will be pretty stagnant and you really want to focus on engaging your lats to pull the weight back and target that to get that nice wide back. Keeping a neutral spine and really pinch and hold at the bottom. And this will really fire those lats and get them engaged for the rest of the workout.
So there's 2 variations of row we're going to show you. I'm going to show you the PenLay Row. Kate's going to show you an underarm barbell row. Bottom line is, it's personal preference. I like the PenLay Row because you start from a dead stop, which I feel activates more muscles. However, the way Kate's going to show you puts you more of an isometric position so you have constant tension on your back. There's no right or wrong way. At the end of the day, if you're pulling the weight up to your stomach, you're going to get some results. Anyway, we have these belts at tigerfitness.com. These are the MTS belts. Best quality you'll find, half price of belts similar on the market. So if you're going heavy, what a belt does the opposite of what a lot of people think it does. It actually increases your abdominal activity. See some silly belts where they're thin in the front and thick in the back. It's not what you want. What a belt does, if you watch a powerlifter, allows you to push out against it. By pushing out, it increases your body's core activation, which actually increases your abdominal activation, thus preventing back injury. So as you go heavy on these, I'm all for wearing a belt, but don't just wear these around the gym like some Fitspo, right? You want to wear them during your heavy set. If you can keep these on during your workout, you're doing it wrong. Anyway, check these belts out. Also, if grip is an issue, see nothing wrong with strapping. We do also sell these Versa grips at Tiger Fitness. I swear by these. They last forever. They're a little bit pricier, but again, it's a fixed cost of like 50 bucks that'll last you for years. Anyway, so you come in here, PenLay Row. You get pretty much parallel to the ground. Pull it up, and up. Go pretty heavy on these. Try not to really heave and hoe, but you're gonna have some movement. The key is to make sure you contract, squeeze the back.
So now we're gonna move into an underhand barbell row. I like to use this as to keep constant tension on my back instead of using the explosion from the PenLay. This is gonna keep constant tension on the eccentric and concentric motion of the movement. So approaching the bar, I like to use underhand grip, like I said. Stay at like a 45 degree and then just pull up and pinch right at the waistline.
So you hit a lat movement with the pullover, right? Usually do about 4 sets, what would you say, like 8 to 12 reps of those?
Yep.
Get it nice and kind of juicy, nice and loosened up. Notorious B.I.G. Juicy's on the radio, that's why that came to my mind. Anyway, then we went to the heavy row, the bread and butter, which is the PenLay Row or the Barbell Row. Interchangeable, I like the barbell. A lot of females have trouble with the PenLay because you use smaller plates, right?
Right.
If you don't have a 45, you're literally bent like this, and that can be uncomfortable. So a lot of females who don't lift 135 generally will go to a barbell row. Next, I want to go to more of a vertical movement that's going to work not only your entire back, but focus more on the lats for what Kate explained gives you that beautiful kind of figure that goes whoop. So this is what why do you prefer this movement?
I prefer close grip because I feel it more in the central back, but it also targets the lats nicely. One thing that you'll see people do is they focus way too much on moving weight. They'll throw their weight back and take the concentration out of the lat. So, sorry, I'm short.
Same.
So it's really important to keep form and not start moving leverages. Just focus on the contraction.
So notice how she's
here.
keeping her chest out, slight bend in the back, but she's pulling straight down. But if she was to lean back, the focus would go less from here and more to back here. We've already hit that with the other movements. We want to hit right in here, but that's also going to translate into secondary movers being hit would be the mid-back, the rhomboids, even the trapezius muscles. So again, this isn't a herky-jerky. This isn't a move as much weight as possible movement. This is a let's get a good squeeze, contraction, and provide feedback and resistance with the weights. We have hit essentially the lats. We've hit the mid-back. We've hit the lats again. We've done vertical, horizontal, you name it. So now I want to go back to just getting this whole back area. And one way to do this is with a cable low row. The beauty of cables, constant tension at all times. There is no point when you're resting. Cables provide constant tension. I like to finish with this. So I like using the rope because as you'll see, she has freedom of motion in her hands. So Kate, why don't you demonstrate? So you're gonna pull in, again, you wanna retract your scapula. That means squeeze your shoulder blades together. By having this right here, the rope is able to go, it's not a fixed position. So if you have a wide waist like me or a small waist like Kate, you still get a perfect contraction and get a full contraction. Whereas if you had a bar, you'd have to stop at a certain angle. So get that contraction, squeeze your shoulder blades together. That'll help activate your lats. It'll help completely fry your back. And this will finish up. I call it the detail portion of the workout. Now we're gonna throw a loop. We're gonna finish with the most compound movement you can finish with. Deadlifts. Check it out. So normally I use deadlifts at the beginning of workouts, posterior chain development. I like hex bar for that, for speed, for performance, but we're not after that. We're after having a sexy back, right? So what I like to do is do all the other workouts. All the back muscles are engaged. So your back's already pre-exhausted. So once we get to deadlifts, you're pretty much just annihilating and taxing your entire back. Now, sumo deadlifts hit a lot of your glutes and a lot of your inner thighs. It's pretty much like doing a wide stance squat where you're holding the bar between your legs. Now a hex bar deadlift is gonna focus all that right here. Conventional deadlift will activate more of your actual back muscles, your rhomboids, your erectors. That is where I like to finish off. Now I'm gonna keep the reps lower on this. 3 sets of 5. Finishes your back workout. 3 sets of 5. Deadlift. Just like every other deadlift I've ever showed you. Chest out. Scapula retracted, meaning your shoulder blades together. Grab the bar. I like using straps. You don't have to if you don't want to. Drop your butt. Look at an imaginary object 10 feet in front of you on the floor. Breathe in. Hold your breath. That's called the Valsalva. Stabilize your core. Lift it. Boom. And down. You do 3 sets of 5 of those after your entire workout, game over, your back's done. That's your pathway to a sexy back.